What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Humble Warrior back with you guys with another video. I actually spoke on this last night when I was on my Twitter space in regards to the rumors swirling around about Lamar Jackson and his possible involvement in being possibly traded to Miami this off season. So I was in the space with a guy named Batman, who hosted a space in which a lot of people joined in. I listened to various people talk about their thoughts on the whole idea, and I listened to a dude named G2 who basically painted the picture that Tua is this soft, coddled player who can't handle criticism and don't like to be coached toughly. And it's like, there's a thin line between being coached thoroughly and aggressively, and pretty much being degraded or berated by a coach. There's a thin line, because Nick Saban was a very, very, very tough coach. It was his way or no way, and Tua took it on the chin, and the end result was a national championship and a second national championship appearance in his sophomore campaign, in which he nearly won the Heisman. So clearly he could take tough ass coaching. Not a problem there. What Brian Flores did was not even reasonable as a coach. He basically alienated him and didn't give him any type of assistance on the offensive side of the ball, but expected him to put up numbers like he was Patrick Mahomes. Knowing he had a left-handed quarterback and knowing the situation that he was in, he still decided to sabotage Tua as much as he could, because he just didn't believe that he was the guy. If that's the way you felt, then you shouldn't have drafted him. But fast forward. So they had a conversation today about Mike McDaniel, how McDaniel's offense is going to be so much better without Tua, and Lamar will basically enhance the offense as we see it today. That is a completely false narrative. The delusion behind that makes no sense. So let me get this correct. He's going to evolve and enhance Jalen Waddle, Malik Washington, D. Estrus, who D don't even see the field. He's a special teams guy. So let's go there. Darren Waller, Dulcich, Achane, who's a Pro Bowler now. Big shout out to Achane for making the Pro Bowl. Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon. Right? Lamar Jackson he gonna transform all that, because he's a generational type of talent that can transcend whatever he has around him. Well, last I checked, I mean, Lamar Jackson had a stacked roster in Baltimore, and they were not able to accumulate more than an AFC Championship appearance, and that's one in what, 7-8 years, and he's approaching 30. So you mean to tell me that an older Lamar Jackson is going to enhance the Miami Dolphins offense, despite the fact that he's shown in the past what he could not do when the pressure was at its highest? But you expect him to come to Miami now and revitalize that, not only that franchise, but that fan base, to make them believe that he's the missing link, that Tua couldn't do what they needed him to do. So sending Lamar to Miami makes the most damn sense, and swapping Tua to Baltimore. Again, you do understand that if you send Tua to Baltimore, you're setting him up for automatic success. Automatic. Because every player on that team will now have an opportunity to actually get the ball in spaces. Because a defense isn't worried about Tua's capability at all. They know he's not the most athletic guy. They know this. So what will be the next step? And they know in Miami's system, he was predicated over the middle. But now you open up the offense. So in a brand new scheme of things, he's no longer looking right down the middle of the fucking field. Because he got Bateman, he got Flowers, he got Isaiah Likely, he got Mark Andrews, he got Derrick Henry, he got Mitchell. He got a lot of other guys he can go to now that's just not one-dimensional Tyreek or Jalen Waddle or Achane. He got a lot more he can throw to now. So if Baltimore acquires Tua for Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore fan base, they're going to probably be a little pissed off in the beginning. But when that kid starts to play for you and he's lighting up the scoreboard and your defense don't have to sit there and wonder if the offense is going to perform, then you start to say, so why did Miami give you away again? Because the limitations won't show up as much. Even with him playing in the cold, he's going to play in the cold being in Baltimore come November and December, correct? So he'll be acclimated to the cold weather. So with them winning, or putting up 20 to 24 points a game, or maybe more than that, and they get to December, they're putting up 20 to 24 points and winning games, and they're making a deep playoff push and possibly making it to the Super Bowl, the Miami Dolphin fan base is going to say what? What can we say as a fan base in Dolphin Nation? That we fucked up. We didn't really want to build around him because we felt that he was a limited left-handed quarterback that choked the offense to death. When in retrospect, your head coach is much better as a coordinator than he ever will be as a head coach. He doesn't seem to have the ability to galvanize anybody. Nobody's listening to him in that locker room. Not saying they'll play for him because he's a player's coach, but his gift is designing offenses, coming up with ways to get guys involved. So, with that being a superpower of his, when did it become prevalent to make him a head coach? Like I heard them say his job was to come and fix Tua. Did he really fix him? Or did he give him one good year, and then the very next year when they got figured out, he was unable to adapt and evolve his offense to make it more unpredictable? No, he stuck to his guns and what he was doing. He didn't change anything. And then he left the man out there to dry. And then this year, they set the right ones on the wall, so they moved on from Tua. There's no guarantee they're going to cut Tua in the offseason. But everybody got their speculations. Everybody got them. Now, it'd be so funny if, after the draft, Miami gets who they want, and then the draft goes off, and then when training camp before it hits, it'd be funny if Miami makes a decision to keep Tua and Lamar Jackson stays in Baltimore, and, the fans start talking about, well, what if? And Tua goes on a tangent to help Miami reach the Super Bowl. Then it'll become, this is one great year that he did this and this and this, but he's still not the guy. That same not the guy, if he leads to the Super Bowl in 2026, can you really say he's not the guy anymore? Or you going to make an excuse, he had one great magical year where we went all the way to the Super Bowl, and if they win it, they're not going to give me any credit. It's going to be A-10, it's going to be the defense. It's going to be they carried Tua all the way to the Super Bowl, and they won it. Not he had a great season, not he had a lot to prove and he shut a lot of people up. No, it's still gonna be talking heads. It's still gonna be him because they're not gonna believe in what he can do. They're just gonna make another narrative about what he was not able to do. He wasn't the main reason why they made it to the Super Bowl. He wasn't the main reason why they went deep into the playoffs and made that appearance. It wasn't him, it was everybody else around him. He got carried, right? So I can make that same argument for Lamar, for Mahomes, for Josh Allen, for those other guys who either one side of the ball carried them or the other side. I can make that argument. Because isn't the quarterback job to distribute the football? And when they're doing that, the guy that's actually had the ball in his hands is actually doing the work. The quarterback is just watching, right? So if Mahomes throw the ball to damn Xavier Ward and he taking 60 yards to the house, is that credit really on Mahomes? Same with Josh Allen. If he throws it to Keon Coleman, he takes it to the crib. Is that really on Josh Allen? No. Because the guy with the ball is doing the work. You just doing the ball. That's your job, ain't it? So you're being carried to the end zone by your receiver, by your running back, etc., etc. But because Tua has came up short on certain instances, now all of a sudden they want to say, Lamar, he's gonna be it. We don't know what the hell Lamar Jackson gonna be. We don't know what Lamar Jackson's gonna be, but I'm gonna tell you this: if he doesn't pan out to be what they think he's gonna be, there'll be a lot of pissed off damn fans. But they shouldn't be pissed off because they made this monster. So I'm gonna need you I'm gonna need the Dolphins fan as a whole to lay in his bed and enjoy it. That's what we need him to do. Because if you decide to lay your cards on the table and to say that, they need to let go of Tua and they need to go pick up Lamar, then I don't know what else to tell you. Because at the end of the day, Lamar is a great talent as a quarterback. But let's be real here. The man still got to work on his accuracy. He still really can't read the defense. He only reacts to it. And they want to talk about how watered down the league is today. A lot of these guys do not read defense, they react. Tua himself has to read every single coverage. If he misses something, he's going to be the one paying the price. It ain't the other way around. He has to post-read, and he has to pre-read and post-read every single time he snaps the ball. So in pre-read or pre-snap, they might show one look. Post-snap, they're showing a completely different look. He has to diagnose that within a few seconds and make a decision where the ball's going to go and put that bitch where it's supposed to be at. That's every single snap he takes. But people don't take that into accountability because it's not flashy, it don't damn light up the scoreboard, and it damn sure don't make a person got their seat. So I'm trying to figure out when did it become okay to not do none of the little eon things as a quarterback that makes you a great quarterback. When did that become okay? So now we're just relying on pure athleticism, reactability, like we're Spider-Man, like we got Spidey senses all day long for these linebackers, DNs, corners, safeties, all these other guys that are coming after us with the intent to harm us. It's okay to have the Spidey senses for that, but not being diagnosed as a cover 1, cover 3, cover 4, or 22 man or whatever, however you want to damn diagnose the defensive schemes. It's not okay to be able to see that. So they want to tear down one guy to lift up another guy, as if Mike McDaniel is actually this boy McGenius down these plays time in and time out to make things seem more realistic for the Dolphins. And then he gonna say, well, he condensed the playbook. For what? Why would you condense it for Tua for as if he can't do anything? That's what blows my mind. But all of a sudden now you're gonna open up for Quinn Ewers, because you're hoping like hell that this Sunday comes and we're not blown out again by Tampa Bay. Because if we are at that point, what would the fans say? Oh, Quinn Ewers ain't no good. You can't even say that because it's the dude's second game. It's his second game as a rookie. But you made this bed, Mike McDaniel, when you decided to damn bench Tua. At least in the damn Cincinnati game, you would put up a fight. You would have put up a fight. Granted, the Pittsburgh game is disappointing. We should have won that game because guess what? Indy lost. They got blowed out. So guess what that means? Miami would have been right there overtaking them for the 8th seed. And guess what that means, ladies and gentlemen? If Houston doesn't handle business, guess what happens? Guess who takes the 7th spot? The Miami Dolphins. But because that didn't happen, well, Miami got eliminated, and after that, Mike McDaniel said, fuck it, we're going to bench him. Why not just ride with him? Hell, you got 3 games left. What is the difference? What are you getting off the ride for? Because Quinn wasn't even better against Cincinnati, and everybody saw how the offense struggled. People really talk like he put up 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. No, that did not happen. The man put up 260 with 2 picks. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Right? Didn't throw not one. The offense scored on the back of Achane and damn Malik Washington. And then we got beat to sleep completely. Got our ass handed to us. And people say, oh, he's a rookie. It's his first game, but he looked pretty good to me. He threw the same exact balls that Tua pretty much do. The only difference was he took a few more shots at Waller. And those balls were brought down by Waller because he outplayed the DB and got in position to get the ball. Other than that, Malik didn't get involved like that. Waddle got some of his touches, but nobody else really touched the ball. NWI didn't do it. None of them guys. They all got scratched out. They didn't get the ball much at Tua either, but the separation with those guys is ridiculous. They can't separate from light of day. It's like the DB be right up on their hip or right on their back. They have no separation for you to get the ball to them. You need at least a little separation in the league. A little. I'm not saying you gotta have a 10-yard buffer, no. But 2 yards is fine. 2 yards is enough to get the pass in there. If you can't give me that, then that's a serious problem. You've got to be able to get some type of separation on every play to get that quarterback some type of pocket to throw it into. Because as a receiver, you're already gonna be blanketed and you're gonna have a safety over the top. So they're gonna try to stop a deep ball, but if you can actually get a 2-yard buffer and body yourself up with a damn defender, then guess what? The quarterback is more inclined to give you the ball, to give you a chance to get it. But when you're not giving him any help, what you expect? So for all those who continue to think Lamar Jackson will be the answer, what I would love to see is how Lamar Jackson can improve this roster that they currently have. They're gonna make some tweaks to it. Everybody's not coming back the same. They're gonna make some tweaks. But what is Lamar Jackson gonna do to actually elevate us to the next level? If we do pull that trade, or pull that trigger to make that trade. Because to say Tua is a liability, he's this, he that, is just astronomically crazy. But I want to see what they do. Anyway, guys, that's my time. I gotta go. Peace.